Welcome to the Electrical Design Management's instruction video for the High Voltage Transformer Installation, Part 3, Transformer Alarms and Trip Selections. If you've missed Parts 1 and 2, we suggest you go back to the EDM webpage or the YouTube channel to view these before viewing Part 3. In our first video in this series, we selected the electrical parameters of the transformer. In our second video in this series, we selected the electrical parameters for the current transformers. In this video, we will select the alarms and trips associated with the main transformer. Let's get started. From the transformer main page navigation bar, click on the Alarms, Trips, and Control selection. EDM provides three options for handling the alarms and trip schemes. 1. The auxiliary relays, 2. The cell relays, and 3. The GE relays. For a more in-depth discussion on these options, click the option title and an EDM note feature will give you more information. From the Transformer Data Collection Scheme, select the Auxiliary Relay option. Now we must choose individual settings for each of the transformer alarms. Depending on the scheme chosen, the user selects where the alarms are to be used. Let's complete the selection by filling in the remainder of the alarms as shown. We'll only select 5 for our demonstration, but you can select all and even add new alarms if required. We are now ready to generate a CAD drawing. It's that easy. But before we do, let's review the drawings we've created already in our video series. From parts 1 and 2, we created the single line diagram. From part 2, we also created the AC schematic and the CT wiring diagram. Now let's see our results from the selections that we made. From the transformer menu navigation bar, choose CAD generator. From the drawing options, choose alarm schematic and click on the generate CAD. The program has generated 3 drawings. The first drawing shows the auxiliary relays and their contact information. The second drawing shows the annunciator points and their information. And the third drawing shows the SCADA points and their information. Just a few comments on these drawings. EDM makes provision for all auxiliary relay DC circuits to be monitored. All terminal blocks identifications will be completed in Part 4 series DC wiring. You can save these drawings in a DFX format and can be imported to any CAD program. Note that all drawing elements are referenced back to the EDM alarm table or trip tables, which allows the program to track any changes made through the table. Now for the transformer tripping logic. Again, we must choose individual settings for each of the transformer trips. From the scheme chosen, we make selections for the tripping circuits and where they are to be used. For example, our circuits are going to the protecting high voltage breaker trip coils. Then only those radial buttons for trip coil 1, and if the breaker has 2 trip coils, then trip coil 2 are selected as shown. Let's complete the selection by filling in the remainder of the trips as shown. Now let's create our drawing. From the transformer menu navigation bar, choose CAD generator. From the drawing options, choose the trip schematic and click on Generate CAD. The program has created 2 drawings. The first drawing shows the trip coil 1 circuit and their contact information. The second drawing shows the trip coil 2 circuit and their contact information. Again, with just a few clicks, we have created our trip and alarms for the high voltage transformer. In our next video in this series, we will look at DC alarm and trip wiring schematics. We'll see you there.